I was born a Raider. I was born with the Raiders rolling in the Coliseum in L.A.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
It's Kansas City Chiefs week, y'all. Ain't no half-stepping and ain't no mistakes allowed. Ain't no rest for the weary either, as the Las Vegas Raiders have another huge game against another AFC powerhouse. Last week, the Raiders couldn't quite get it done against the Miami Dolphins, but they hung in tough with them, showing just how much better they are with Antonio Pierce as their interim head coach. They were blown out by a sorry Chicago Bears team without Justin Fields with Josh McDaniels in charge. The defense has improved, but they looked even better with safety Isaiah Pola-Mao out there and Marcus Epps stead. You gotta love the way Nate Hobbs was playing in the slot and outside too. The offense needs better play out of the quarterback position, but they took a step in the right direction in their approach. They increased a couple of the young guys' roles on the offense. Tight end Michael Mayer and receiver Trey Tucker contributed a lot more than before. Slot receiver Hunter Renfrow settled back into his old role too. But if the Raiders are to have any chance to beat the Chiefs Sunday, here are the guys they really need to show up. First things first, the Raiders need Max Crosby to play, period. He's doubtful for Sunday, but somebody has to chase Patrick Mahomes around. He needs to play like he did in the first game against the Chiefs last year too. He had 4 pressures and he batted the pass down. He also had 2 sacks on the day. This one was easy work with the spin move. Oh. And this one was equally easy work with the bull rush. Malcolm Koonce has been getting to the quarterback lately too, so it would be nice to see him show up. And he got to Mahomes a little bit in 2021, the last time he played meaningful snaps against the Chiefs. He had 2 pressures and a sack. Speaking of 2021, that's when the Raiders found out that Trayvon Merrick can cover Travis Kelce. So in 2022, they started putting Merrick on opposing tight ends. And he saw Kelce again and really didn't do bad. Kelce only had 9 yards receiving on Merrick. He only had 25 yards receiving on the Raiders, period. The only reason why I can't say Merrick shut Kelce down is because Kelce had 4 touchdowns. 2 of them on Merrick. The Chiefs are going to run you through some traffic if you're covering Kelce in the red zone. So all Merrick has to do is learn from that and cover Kelce better in the red zone, and he'll be much less of a problem. Alright, that was on defense. On offense, it all starts with running back Josh Jacobs. He has to grind those yards out through the middle of that Chiefs defense. And those physical tackle breaking runs, they fire the team up. The defense is ready to go in there and rock heads after seeing stuff like this. Not only does it fire the defense up, it wears the defense down. Oh. And that leads to more runs like this. In the first game against the Chiefs last year, Jacobs had 21 carries for 154 yards and that touchdown. They can also use him in the passing game, particularly when all else fails down the field. Just get it to him in space. He'll get you something. He's a hard man to take down by yourself. Oh yeah, get it to him in the screen game too. Jacobs is a tremendous broken field runner, so they should get it to him in space as much as possible. He had 5 catches for 39 yards in that first game against the Chiefs last year. And of course, off of Jacobs, you look downfield for the big play to Davante Adams. Adams had not one but 2 such plays in that first game against the Chiefs. And he had 7 catches for 124 yards total. And part of that was doing the dirty work over the middle. And they kept looking for Adams deep just like they should have. What he doesn't catch, he can draw a pass interference penalty on. And he didn't just draw 1, he drew 2 big penalties. But in order to do all that, they have to keep interior defensive lineman Chris Jones off of quarterback Aiden O'Connell. Left guard Dylan Parham was a rookie last year. Hopefully he's better this year. If he lines up outside, Jermaine Luminor and Dorothea Munford have to do better against him. Jones has been a problem for the Raiders for years. Now in the second game against the Chiefs last year, Jones dominated. He had 11 pressures in the game. 11. Here's a pressure that leads to a sack. And here is another sack. Greg Van Roten has to do better against Jones this year than Alex Bars did last year. Everybody hit your knees and pray that Max Crosby plays. The Raiders need all hands on deck, and Crosby has one of the bigger hands on the team. I really don't think it's possible for the Raiders to beat the Chiefs without Crosby chasing Mahomes around. I'm really not scared of any of the Chiefs receivers, so I'm not worried about the Raiders corners. The Raiders really need Trayvon Merrick to show up like he did on Kelsey last year, except for he needs to show up in the red zone too. And on offense, it's all about the combination of Jacobs and Adams. Hopefully O'Connell can handle the part of getting into Adams deep. Thank you for watching. See you next time.